So one of the questions I've gotten asked the most is how to create analog hi-hats on the Tempest, because it's a little trickier than creating snares, kicks, and toms and not as obvious. So I thought I'd make this quick tutorial video demonstrating some of the techniques that I like to use when making hi-hats. So we're going to start with an init patch here. It's just a sawtooth wave on oscillator 1 here. So let's go ahead and change that to a pulse wave around 50%. So what we're going to try to do here is audio rate FM modulation to oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. So to do that, we're going to go to our LFO section. And now let's assign LFO 1 to the oscillator 1 frequency. And let's turn our amount knob up halfway. And let's turn up the rate until we get into audio rate modulation. You want that buzzy, crunchy kind of sound. Now let's go back to our oscillator section over here and bring up the pitch. Now let's go back to LFO 1 and we'll change it to a reverse saw. And here I'm just playing with the rate and amount knobs until I find something that feels pretty good. So something like that feels pretty good to me for now. So let's go back to our oscillator section and bring up oscillator 2 and do another pulse wave at around 50%. And now we're going to do the exact same thing, but with LFO 2 modulating oscillator 2 frequency. We're going to change it to a saw and turn it up. And now let's turn up the pitch of oscillator 2. I'll tweak the rate and amount a little bit. If you hold Shift and Select, you can easily adjust both oscillators at the same time. Yeah, that works for now. So now I'm on the amp envelope and I'm taking down the decay. And now I'll get a little sequence going just to test this out more. Now I'll turn up the high pass filter to take out the low end. And turn up the feedback a little bit. Now I'm going to go into the mod path because I want to tighten up the envelope a little bit. So I'll take the amp envelope and assign it to amp envelope decay. Set it to about 15. So yeah, now I have a basic closed hi-hat sound going on. I'm going to copy that and paste it over here. And I'll make the decay a bit longer now. And if I go back to my sequence, I'll put this over there. Take that off. And I'll go back to my mod path. And I want these two paths to choke each other, so I'll set this one to A2. Now I'll click this other one, set it to A1. And the nice part about this is you can tune them differently. So for this open hi-hat, I can go back into my oscillator section and start adjusting the pitch. Yeah, and this is the basics of how I do analog hi-hats on the Tempest. Thanks for watching.